Welcome back to another diecast showcase. I have a few of these Matchbox Mattel Creations direct-to-consumer releases because I have this, the newest Matchbox Mattel Creations drop. It is the 1975 Range Rover. This actually arrived while I was out of town in Las Vegas for the weekend. This went on sale Thursday. I think it got here Saturday or so. It shipped out really fast. A lot faster than I expected. I didn't expect for this to show up until maybe around Monday. If you hear a bunch of shouting in the background, that is because it is Super Bowl Sunday when I'm recording this. So a lot of people are having their Super Bowl parties, watching the big game. I personally don't care that much about football. I am not going to be watching it. And I'm very indifferent as to who wins. But I will take a look at this new Matchbox model. These Mattel Creations drops, the last few of them have been a bit underwhelming. The Blazer was a step in the right direction in terms of quality. The Blazer was pretty solid. And there is one coming out this year that looks really cool. It's the it's that Audi touring car. That image is leaked of that like late last year, I think. It looks really, it's either like January or something, but they're gonna do an Audi touring car for this Mattel Creations line, and it looks sweet. I can't wait to get my hands on that. So it is in this weird plastic wrap. I don't really like it. I don't know why they have this. It's just annoying. I completely missed the tape there. Gosh, I hate this. The packaging is overkill. They've done this on some of the models. I hate it. Okay. I've heard the hood opening and closing, because I will say, if you can tell, oh yeah, you can see that. The hood is not a very snug fit on this model. So the Range Rover, oh, I didn't even show the packaging because I was trying to get it out of the packaging. It comes like this. It's in a National Parks livery. We'll get into that in a bit. Here's the back. It says the casting history debuted in 2022. This is a moving parts casting, and it came out in 2022, I believe, in yellow. And there was also a green version that came out not that long ago, I feel. This, I think, is the and it was a Super Chase, right? Wasn't it the first moving parts Super Chase? I'm not sure if it was the first one, but I feel like it was one of the first ones. So I think this casting's been released 3 times, I think, because there are the 2 moving parts, or actually all of them have been in moving parts because it's a moving parts casting. There was the yellow, the green, and there was the Super Chase. All right, got it out. Gonna take a look at it. The wheels on this are actually pretty solid. It is the gray, this kind of kidney bean wheel with the chrome lip on it, which I think looks pretty good. The hood does open. There's a bit of detail in there. The only problem is that, you can see the detail, it doesn't stay open. It kind of opens and then it immediately closes. It's a very loose kind of opening. There's the engine details. Doesn't look too bad. Now I want to see. Okay, the paint matching is good. I don't know where my other version of this casting is. I have the yellow version. The paint matching from the hood to the rest of the body is terrible. It's so bad. Like, they're different shades of yellow, and I was wondering if this casting would suffer from the same issue. It doesn't. The shades look consistent. And this is in a National Parks livery. We did see one other Matchbox Mattel Creations National Parks livery. It was the National Parks Medical Services, I guess. Now it's the Forest Ranger. So we're building a family within this sort of collection of cars. The National Parks livery is a very, very, very well-known and documented Matchbox deco. They've done a lot of models in the National Parks livery. What's different about these is it's in a bit of like a frosty sort of green. The normal release is like a very mint green. It's a very light green, but this is more of a darker kind of frosty green. Maybe they're trying to kind of separate these from the rest of the pack. I almost wish these were the normal shade so they would be consistent with the rest of the National Parks models, but I don't know. It's got a white roof. There's the national parks. It says Park Ranger, I believe, on it. Mirrored text there. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but the hang on, let me look at this one. Oh, that's actually a graphical error. The Park Ranger text is mirrored. Like, notice on this one how they it says park. You can barely make it up, but the park it's in the forward text, but if you flip it around, it's still in the forward text. Yeah, it's like that on here. See, it says park normally, but here it's reversed. So what I'm guessing they did is the graphics team, they made the emblem facing this direction, but on this side of the model, they had to flip it, and they forgot to change the text. Which graphical oversights and other oversights like that happen from time to time, and it's kind of funny to point that out, but I don't believe that's supposed to be like that. I don't believe it is. That's because it's not like that on this one. So I think it's just a graphical oversight. If it is intentional, that's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, it says we've got Range Rover on the front, some headlight detailing there. We got the Forest Ranger US 04 National Parks Unit 9. You got the gas cap printed in there. You have the taillights. That says R1N75R58. That means something. I'm not going to decipher that. Gray plastic base. This casting is it originated in moving parts, which those models are plastic base, metal body, and have some sort of opening part. You have the white and black striping there on the bottom. Satellite enabled. Is that a tampo? I think that might be a tampo. Yeah, I think it is because it's really crisp. Yeah, I think this is actually a tampo right here. Not the usual kind of dot matrix graphics, as you can see. A prime example right next to it because that's supposed to be, I think, a light gray, and light grays suffer the most from the dot matrix effect. But it looks like the text looks very crisp. I don't know if it's tampos or if it's dot matrix. Actually, it might be, but that doesn't look dot matrix. That looks way too crisp. Graphics aren't too bad. I've seen worse stuff using these kind of silk screen graphics process. It's not the worst. It's obviously not the best, but it's not the worst. I've seen a little worse. And yeah, that's the Range Rover. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't know what happened. Someone just clapped and said, "Oh yeah." I don't know what's going on at the Super Bowl. I have no clue what they're doing. Not bad. It's not a bad model. I think it's decent. I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of British models because Matchbox, of course, has British origins. There hasn't been a lot, maybe because collectors don't really care that much about British stuff. But my one complaint is the emblem here on the side being the text being mirrored. My guess is it's an oversight. It's not like it wasn't intentional. They probably just skipped it while doing the model, which stuff like that happens. Or maybe if it is intentional, I don't know, but it's kind of weird. Overall, though, not a bad release. I've seen more disappointing. This actually looks kind of cool. It looks pretty good. Would I spend $25 on it otherwise, though, plus shipping and tax? I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's hard to justify the price of these models. But the next one, I don't know if it is the next one, but the Audi that they're doing, that thing looks really nice. And hopefully I can snag that when that goes on sale. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.